You're watching CoastLife with Leah Rizzo and Charlie Sakaitis.
CoastLife family, I like to think of myself as pretty even keel. I don't get too high, I don't get too low, but I was just angry today.
Yeah.
Angry, mad, incensed in every sense of the way, and I don't want to leave you out of the conversation here, Leah, but I'm going to break into this right at the beginning. I'm mad at scammers and spammers and everybody in between. Not that I was taken for a ride by any scammers, but I was cost money this week because of what happens due to scammers and spammers. We get so much junk in the mail that it's easy to miss things that are important.
Email,
in your email,
text
it's just flooded with stuff, so it's easy to miss stuff that is important. Even in your text message, now, like if I get a text message that I don't know the number, I just immediately delete it, report it as junk.
Say hello, and it's
but the ones that are even more concerning are the ones that have a link of some kind. Those are an immediate delete for me.
Same.
And because of all that, it's the secondary effect of all these scammers and spammers is you can miss stuff that you need in your own life just because you're trying to be so careful not to get taken for a ride.
That is true.
It ends up costing you money, and it is infuriating, and it makes it so hard to know what reality is. And I think it's only going to get worse with the things that are going on with AI and all that stuff. But you have to be so organized and on top of the world all the time to not miss something, to not get taken advantage of. And I'm just angry about it all today in a way that I haven't been in a while. It just really hit me this afternoon, and I just don't have anywhere to outlet this rage because it is real and it is intense.
That's okay. Here on CoastLife is a good spot to get the rage out, Charlie. But I do think you bring up a good point of people needing to be organized, and I'm more careful in some aspects, but even less careful in other aspects because you are like, well, maybe this is real, but I feel like this is trying to get me, but it is the real thing. And then you're like, I don't know what's right. And I think at least with mail, it feels like, okay, you can kind of physically interact with it, but at least with email, if you delete something, you can comb back through your trash in a somewhat timely fashion and be like, oh, wait, I did need that.
But the thing with mail that's hard is you get these flyers. Mitch Hepburn used to have a joke about people that hand out flyers. He's like, when somebody hands me a flyer, it's like them going, here, you throw this away.
Literally.
And that, my mailbox, 90% of what we get in the mail is either absolute trash or something that my wife ordered on Amazon.
A couple of my magazine subscriptions to Alta and LL Bean, you know.
I'll get my GQ every once in a while, and I get bills, but I do all my bills on auto pay, so I don't even open those most of the time. And it just is so easy to miss things because you get deluged with stuff all the time. And it's just driving me crazy this week.
Well, and I think you're right. I think as, AI gets more skilled and advanced, and scammers, rather than getting a real job, they'll also get more skilled and advanced in scamming us. Because I did fall for one at the beginning of the year where they had emulated a website that I use all the time, and it all clicked just a second too late until after I'd already put my card information in, and then
you're
I got the
No!
confirmation email, and I was like, that's not from the right place.
What happened to me this week is fine, I can absorb that. But there's so many people living right on the edge where if you have an extra bill for $200, $400, $1,000,
a couple $100 will
that
put you
might
even further behind.
Really put you and the whole family in the hole. And it just makes me angry, and I don't have a solution, but I wanted to rant about it to you guys.
I wanted to vent out there. So, just be diligent out there, maybe comb through your mail with a slightly more careful eye these days. And because if you remember, we did have a bank in a few weeks ago talking about some scams and stuff out there. So you can't be too careful. Take those extra precautions. They're not a joke. It is a way to keep you protected and safe.
And it makes me feel a little crazy because we cover this stuff on the news side all the time.
And then when you almost fall for it,
I am in the know on this. We talk about it.
It doesn't matter.
Send out the warnings, and you can still, for me, I got overcautious and then missed things I needed to see.
Yep. Yeah. So just, again, a slightly more careful eye out there these days. But Charlie, let's see what's coming up for the rest of CoastLife. When was the last time you thought about your home being a part of your liquid assets? Well, we've got the folks who can kind of break down what that means for you.
And we learned recently that former President Joe Biden has some sort of prostate cancer issue. So to get a little bit more about the importance of getting checked out for prostate cancer, we're going to bring in the prostate guy. It's our own meteorologist, Paul Paul Williams.
That's right. And it's time to think about your grilling season and maybe even looking ahead to fall and your fireplace season. We've got an open house to share with you coming up this weekend. All that fun and more is on the way with more Coast Life.